Game. Good afternoon, viewers. I'm Jeanette Finita, and now I'm here with Chef Lawrence Maricasi, a 20-year-old professional and the current chef of Victoria's Swiss restaurant in Antipolo City. Good afternoon, ma'am. I heard you spend most of your time in working, so today I'm going to ask you about your views on future Filipino president. First of all, what can you say about the 2010 presidential vote of this election?
I think it's a good thing that there's a lot of them actually. I think there's about 7 maybe or 6 presidential votes, and I think there's about 4 really strong ones who are really vying for the seat. I think it's good that the Filipino people get to choose from, quite a big selection, and I think they're all very competitive and they're all very capable, I hope. And yeah, that's about it. I think the fact that there's a lot of them, the good thing for us, for a lot of reasons, but mainly because it's going to be harder for them to cheat the system, and because, it's nice to see them all trying to say something and make a point and prove a point, hoping to get their seat.
And who among the 2010 presidential votes deserve your vote?
I'd say that would be Mr. Gordon.
Why does he deserve your vote?
Because he's the doer, It's not just about, well, actually, you could say that for presidential as well. Like we all know, Manny Villar has made a point in proving that he can stand up for himself and make out something for himself from nothing. But then I have questions about his ethics. I have questions about, there are a lot of things that make me question the others. While with Mr. Gordon, I know that he has an iron fist, and he's known for changing and uplifting not only the image but also the whole system of Mr. Olonga going through this, and I think he has proven that in the past that he can actually do something. Of course, it's also, my vote is also affected by the fact that his running mate is Layani Fernando, and I'm a very big fan of his. So, in totality, I think it would be because they have really shown to be disciplinarian, and I think the country needs that. And they have also shown that they are more of doers than talkers.
So what would be the characteristics of the people in the president?
As I said earlier, it would be, I would want them to have ownership, meaning they can not only discipline but also follow up on not only just the laws and the rules that we have, but also in giving the Filipino people an attitude where they believe in discipline. Because I think a leader should be able to do so, I think that a soft leader is not a good leader because nobody really follows them, and I think basically since corruption is very is surrounding us everywhere, we cannot make use of a soft leader who will just say yes to everything else. I mean, I need someone to say no and stand up for it, and I think Mr. Gordon and Mr. Fernando can do those things. So discipline, a strong, leadership stance with good, stable, disciplinary, what do you call this, record would be good. And of course, I also like them because I don't think they're answerable to anyone. Like, they are independent candidates, which means they don't have sponsors they have to say yes to. So of course, when you have a sponsor, we all know that they are answerable to those people, and that's why I don't like party lists, when it comes to candidates, because it means they have to say yes, or they have to compromise their beliefs because of their sponsors, And I think that's also one big reason why I like Mr. Gordon and Mr. Fernando. And so that's disciplinary and strong leadership background, and then the doer, not a talker, and then no sponsors, no big time businessmen behind them. And I think the fourth would be that they're actual, before they became politicians, they were actual strong professionals. Like, we know that Mr. Fernando is an engineer. I don't know what Gordon was actually in the past, but it doesn't matter. I think, instead of them being in politics all their lives.
Okay, for final one, for professionals like yourself, I find it difficult to choose presidential candidates with your schedule, structural job. In this light, could you give us advice or tips in choosing or selecting or later on things countries need represent?
I think the first thing for you to do is really look at them and have a good feeler, like a vibe on who your favorites are. Let's say you end up with 2 or 3 selections. Now, the thing you have to do is really, I would say, give it some time and maybe at least, an hour or two of search and really, what we call this, research on their background and not just from Wikipedia, right? Because you have to check their reference as well. So it would be good to see what kind of family they've been, from or they were from, and what kind of background they were in, and what they have they done, where did they study. Of course, sometimes it doesn't really boil down to the kind of education or the kind of family that they were in, but it helps. Those are small factors. Like, of course, you wouldn't want an haciendero to be your president because that would mean that this person has low moral values towards poor people, etc., etc. So you can make, I think you should make safe assumptions from their background. What I personally do is I look them up. Let's start with Wikipedia, and then I cross-reference and try to look for things that could come out from, say, magazines or write-ups from different countries, so that you can see also how the other countries or how other people from different worlds see them as well. And then, of course, it won't hurt to see if they have, what their beliefs are. Do they have strong family backgrounds, or do they have strong family ties? And then check their personality as well. Actually, if you want to check their birthdays, that wouldn't hurt at all. As far as money is concerned, I'm not so sure how this affects their leadership, but I think the most important part is that how have they been, not how they have been as human beings. Because for sure, all of them are good human beings, one way or another, right? But check how they have been in the past as leaders. Because that's what we need. We need a leader. We don't need a kind man. We don't need an honest man. I mean, we'll get that one way or another. What we need is a strong, stable, secure leadership. That's what we need. So I think that's what we're looking for when we're researching. You want to see a leader, not a follower, not a Christian. Those are all plus, factors. And it won't matter if it's Muslim or Buddhist or whatever. Even an atheist can lead a country, but the point is you're looking for someone who is strong and who is stable. I mean, you need mabilis madala. That's what we need. So for me, of course, research would do a very good job. And then also looking back, in their past, what do you call this, past performances.
Thanks for your sharing us with your